Might help if I do that. 1-2, check, check, check. One, two.
You're not live, are you?
I'm trying to get John to test it.
No audio coming through your video feed.
Well, that's because I just turned the mics on.
That's how we're muted.
We were up until a minute ago. I can't get John to respond to me. Okay, John says he's got us now.
Got it.
Okay. I was talking to John and I had the mics off.
That was a quick 10. Yeah, but why do we drag to the corner?
Hayden, back off! Hayden!
It's the worst thing you can do.
Hayden, back off!
I see somebody coming right here.
Yeah, you never go to the corner.
The electrical thing is on the floor. Get it to him in the middle. He can turn and go anywhere. That's more of a block than this one was. That wasn't this one a block.
I don't know.
We will not have an interview.
Huh?
We do not have an interview.
Okay. Well, there's a lot to talk about. let your guys go down. You call timeout now. Preston can set the three. The emotion's gone from the crowd. Never call timeout though. Let them finish it. What do you do, Coach? 2 or 3 here?
Hey, your home gym, take a 2 if you get it.
Yep. Go for overtime. I don't know. They probably want to try to beat us on a 3, though.
You get a good look at one.
Yeah, there it is.
Gotta get any shot. What they do?
That was good defense.
All right. As soon as they start the clock.
They're going to start the clock?
No, not until they're on the floor.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And there they are.
And there they are.
All right, here we go. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats, all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. Well, a very pleasant good evening, everyone, as we welcome you here to Century. And Century Gym is tonight. The Preston Indians will take on the Century Diamondbacks, one of 2 teams that took them to overtime so far this year. As Ron Smaley joins me on the broadcast here tonight. And if this game is anything like the JV game that just finished, we're in for a pretty good night.
Yeah, it was an exciting game, and so was the freshman game.
Was it?
The freshman game came right down to the end, too, and Preston pulled out a victory right at the end. So, you know, it'll be a good game tonight. You know, when you get Century and Preston, it's always fun. And like you said, they took us to overtime in Preston on our home court. So I think it's going to be a great game tonight.
It's a game that Preston won by 10. Outscored them 12-2 during the overtime session, as both Ty Hyde and Cooper Hobson had big games, scoring 20 points apiece.
Yeah, it was closer than that, though.
Yeah.
You know, we won by 10, but it was, if I remember right, they made a big shot right at the end to I think, tie it, and then, go up. And then Luke went in and missed a layup, and Ty Hyde tipped it in, if I remember right, to force overtime.
Right.
and then, of course, we kind of ran away with it in overtime. But Century's a good team, senior laden. They've got a lot of experience, and so it'll be a good challenge for Preston tonight.
Since the last time that we spoke with you from Jerome last weekend, well, the new polls came out, and Preston has moved up. They are now top ranked in both the media and in the coaches poll for the Great Basin Conference.
Well, and for the state, that's a statewide
that's
poll.
True.
So, well, deservedly so. I think we're 16-1. Beat a good Minico team. Did lose to Twin Falls, and so, that's when you go 16-1. That's where you're going to end up ranked.
Yep, they've won 13 in a row as we head into tonight's contest as well. And it's funny. You look back at all the games that they've played, and even on the road. The one loss, yes, that they had against Twin Falls, but other than that, on the road, they have been very solid, even though they're away from Preston Gym.
They have, and like we've said on the radio a lot of the year, the games haven't been what I would call pretty, but
right.
They've been grinded out, do what you have to do wins, and that will prepare them for the postseason because the district tournament is always the same way. It's grinded out, and if we're fortunate enough to make it to state's the same way. So it's a good preparation for those postseason tournaments.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not only has Preston moved up to the #1 spot in the coaches and media poll, but they also sit atop the standings for the Great Basin Conference as well with that 16-1 record. They're a game better in the loss column than Minico is, but of course we still have one more game to play them next week. But both Preston and Minico 8-1 in conference play.
Yeah, if Preston goes in and beats Minico next Wednesday, obviously that bodes well for us. If we happen to lose to Minico, then they would have an advantage on us because we would have 2 conference losses to their 1.
Right, exactly, and that would put them back up into the top spot, no matter how the overall standings look in the conference. But it's 16-1 right now. Preston is on top. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about this game here tonight. Coach Jones not available for a pregame interview tonight, so Ron and I will chat some more after this 2-minute timeout. You're listening to Preston Indian basketball on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
Welcome back here to the Snake Pit at Century High School here in Pocatello. Dan Hubbard and Ron Smaley with you tonight. And Ron, last game out for the Preston boys. It was a test of a different kind, not necessarily one of run up and down and see how many points you can score, but one of patience in trying to overcome adversity.
It was patience from everyone, the fans, the radio announcers, the coaches, the players. It obviously wasn't a good game. There was no flow to the game. I guess Jerome thought that was their best strategy or whatever, but glad it's over, glad we got a W and we can move on.
Yeah, they ran that slow down game and really held the score down, which was really what they figured was their only chance.
Yeah.
And the final score was 42-30 with Preston coming away. The great thing for the Indians, however, was they got to the free throw line a whole bunch with that slowdown and foul game, and they made 21 of 26 from the line.
They did, and like we talked about, that was the great takeaway from that game for us was the free throws, that we came back and shot a great percentage, and that's what we take into this game and the rest of the season.
You can really look at the scoring and see it was down across the board because of that slowdown game. Ty had led the game in scoring with 16. Scott Dunn had 10. Luke had 5. And Tyler Parker and Cooper Hobson had 4 points each, and Garrett Ward only had 3. So scoring off across the board.
There just wasn't as many shots. When the other team's holding the ball for 3 minutes, you just don't. There was one point in the third quarter where we just sat out there, maybe it was the fourth quarter, we just sat out there for 3 minutes. Yeah, with 5 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Finally, with 2 minutes, they came out and decided to guard us. And so it was just whatever. The better team always wins in those games. I went to a game one time down in Utah where Lone Peak was the rated number 1 in the state and like 8th in the country, and there was some team they played in the state semifinals, and they did the same thing, and it was like 6-2 at half, and the fans were booing, and it's just not a good thing.
Well, you talked about the standings in the Great Basin Conference for Century. They come in with a overall record of 11-4. They're 7-2 in conference play. They picked up a win on Wednesday night by knocking off Burley, but they currently sit in 4th spot with that 7-2 mark.
Yeah, and Coach Frost has done a great job here. He's a good coach, and they did knock off Twin 45-44, which was a real feather in their cap. And then, it's not easy to play in Burley. We played in Burley over the years many, many times, and it's always tough.
Right.
And for these guys to go in there and to beat Burley was a good road win for them.
Take another timeout. We'll come back and check some more information. Look at other games going on tonight around the Great Basin 10. We'll do all that right after this timeout on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
As the seasons change, it's a good time to take a close look at your car and truck tires. Check the tread and look for signs of uneven wear. If you have a question, stop by Ron Keller Tire and have one of the tire experts take a look. If you need new tires to get you safely through, they'll help you select the right tires for your vehicle and driving style. With a huge inventory from several manufacturers, Ron Keller Tire can care for your tire needs at a price that's right. You can trust all your tire needs to Ron Keller Tire in Preston and North Logan.
If you're doing some cleanup work around the yard, the house, the garage, or the farm, remember, you can turn scrap metal into cash when you take that metal to Idaho Salvage and Metal in Preston. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans, aluminum window and door frames, brass and steel. They take junk cars and trucks, farm equipment, and industrial gear. So rather than taking that stuff to the landfill, park it on the scales at Idaho Salvage and Metal on West Oneida in Preston.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Other games coming up tonight around the Great Basin 10. Mountain Home will be at Canyon Ridge. Minico will be at Highland. Wood River takes on Jerome in Jerome, and Pocatello travels to Twin Falls. Stay tuned. Exciting Preston Indians basketball is coming up next on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Last play of the game, folks.
And the snap. Drops back. Whoa. Changes mind. Down the sideline. The 40. The 30. The 20. The 10. Casasa! Unbelievable! Did you see that? Casasa!
Not to be a buzzkill, but what's Casasa? We're glad you asked that. Casasa. It's a catchy word for earning cash. Free Casasa checking rewards you in cash each month.
Ask for free Casasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCU.
When it comes to major surgery, think small. Small town, that is. At Franklin County Medical Center, the surgical capabilities are anything but small. Partnered with the top surgeons and specialists in the region to provide advanced care to those living in southeastern Idaho. Whether it's cataract surgery, women's surgery, gallbladder removal, trauma, even a full hip or knee replacement, they have you covered. And now they're among the few hospitals in southeastern Idaho able to remove kidney stones. See just how big the surgical capabilities really are. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
If you're in the empty nester stage of life, preparing for retirement, or considering downsizing, let me suggest you consider Blue Sage Park as your new home.
This all-new community for over 55 active adults is now under construction by Ralph's Construction, the builders of many fine custom homes in Franklin County. That same quality is going into the new homes at Blue Sage Park.
Choose from 3 plans, each with over 1,400 square feet of living space on one level, with a 2 or 3 car garage, 2 bedrooms, and lots of special features. These beautiful new 2-bedroom homes include large marble showers, vaulted ceilings, gas fireplaces, a park and green space for family fun, and large closets with custom organizers. Larry and Cody Ralphs are building this community for the over 55 age group with no steps, no maintenance, and a beautiful home that you own.
The first model is nearing completion, and you'll soon be able to see it for yourself. Blue Sage Park, now being built for your future at 3rd East and 3rd North in Preston.
This is Preston Indians basketball. All the excitement of the best basketball action in Idaho is just ahead. Tonight's game is brought to you by Lewiston State Bank, Franklin County Medical Center, My Local Radio, West Motors, Stokes Market True Value, S&T Electric, Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, Idaho Salvage, Webb Funeral Home, Ron Keller Tire, Valley Implement, and Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Tonight's game is a presentation of Preston Broadcasting LLC and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any use of the descriptions or accounts of this game without the express written consent of Preston Broadcasting LLC is strictly prohibited. Live from the Snake Pit at Century High School, this is Preston Indians basketball. Hi, everybody. Dan Hubbard along with Ron Smaley. Glad to have you with us here tonight as big games here coming down at the end of the season for the Preston Indians, and the first of the big four start tonight as we come here to Century, one of the two teams that took the Indians to overtime this year.
Yeah, 3 of the last 4 games on the road, Dan, so it'll be a good challenge for us. Nothing easy. We do have Burley at home, and then, of course, we have Pocatello and who's the other one?
Minico.
And Minico, of course, Wednesday, Minico. So going to be a tough road, but we're up to it.
Yeah, two tough teams tonight and in Minico next week. Then you finish the season with a natural rivalry game with Pocatello and Burley at home, which Burley was a tough game up there.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of easy games anytime, but this will be fun tonight. This will be a good game. It's an important game, obviously. They're all important in our seeding. The way Idaho does it, the higher the seed, the better your home court is in the district tournament. But yet anyone can go to state.
That's right.
You can have Wood River go to state if they come through in the district tournament.
Starting lineups tonight for Preston, the usual 5. Ty Hyde will start in the center. Cooper Hobson, Scott Dunn, Luke Smaley, and Riley Parker all get the start tonight for the Preston Indians. For the Century Diamondbacks, Deshaun Harwell, a 6-foot senior, will get a start. It'll be Cody Smoot, a 6'2 senior. A 6'4 junior, Andrew Guntner, gets a start tonight as well for Century. Carson Zink, who played really well in that overtime game back at our place a few weeks ago, will start. He's a 6'3 junior. And the big man in the middle is Max Rogers, 6'7". He's a senior. And this will be just like the game against Minico that went 4 overtimes. It's going to be the battle of the big men inside as Rogers and Hyde will go at it.
And I think the foul trouble situation between Rogers and Ty Hyde will be big this game. I think whichever big guy stays out of foul trouble will be a huge advantage for his team.
Now you remember that Rogers didn't play all that much before.
Right.
He was in and out of the lineup a lot against Ty as they went to a different lineup where they could get out, they could run a little bit more.
I think he got in foul trouble though.
And then
I think he picked up 2 fouls in the first quarter and he sat out a little bit. So that's what I'm saying is and then they've got some size. The Gunther kid's pretty tall, and we have size too, so we're pretty evenly matched here.
Yep, ought to be good. Welcome to it as we welcome you in. It's a simulcast tonight on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and of course the video feed that you can join us there as well at mylocalradio.com.
You got to get the cheerleaders off the court first, Dan. They're taking the stage.
Hey. They got too many people on the floor. Let's go.
Somebody tell them there's a ball game tonight. The refs are looking at them like, are you done yet?
We're already getting started late.
There they go.
The JV game, if you missed it, came right down to the very end with Preston winning it by 3 at the end. Or by 2, rather.
Yeah, it's past our bedtime almost.
Almost.
Mercy.
At least it's a short drive home that I did. Yeah. The shortest one in the
a lot better than Jerome or Mountain Home.
Here we go. Ty jumps. Ty taps it backwards to Riley Parker. And once again, Preston will control the opening tap here tonight. Smaley. Ty comes out to the elbow to meet the pass. Gives it to Dunn. Scott pulls up at the right elbow. Can't get a shot there. He'll hand it to Luke, who will now back it back out, and they'll set up the offense. Right side free throw line extended. It goes to Dunn. Down in the corner to Smaley. Back out top to Parker. The 3 is no good. And a whistle inside.
It's going to be on Ty Hyde already.
On Ty.
Yep. He's holding on and kind of pushing. And these refs are going to watch that close. They don't want to see anything like that going on between the players. So they're going to watch all that stuff.
Like you said just before we went on the air, that these officials are some of the best.
They are.
They officiate at this level in this region.
Yep, no doubt.
Rogers missed the little bank shot. Here comes Hobson the other way. Cooper drives. Wow. Over a man.
Oh, wow. That ref knew he had to call something, and he didn't know what to do. And then he called a charge on Cooper Hobson.
First on Cooper, 2 on the team. Just 50 seconds or 40 seconds into the game.
Cooper and Ty both have a foul. We got to be careful with that.
Full court pressure put on by Preston. As getting up in the front court is Harwell. Goes to Rogers. Rogers puts the ball on the floor. And
Cooper's got 2.
That's going to be a reach-in foul. That's two on Hobson.
Yeah, with not even a minute into the game, he's got 2 fouls, so that's not good for Preston. Cooper will have to come out probably most of this quarter. He's got to be smart on those. You can't just reach in on something like that doesn't affect.
Garrett comes in. Ward in for Preston underneath. Nice pass. Rogers got lost and got the easy layup for the first 2 points of the game. So here comes Smaley back up into the front court. Comes left, goes around the screen, set by Parker. Looks inside, nothing there. Back to Dunn, a three-pointer. No good. The long rebound's off in the corner. Chased down by Smoot, who pushes it up into the front court. Naughty looking for the ball was Guttner. Goes off his hands and out of bounds.
It's going to be really important for Preston, for Dunn to hit some threes. He's going to get some looks tonight. And with Cooper being out, we're going to have to get some scoring out of that.
Down low, goes to Hyde on the right block. They triple team him like everybody else has done the last 4 or 5 games. The pass goes off the hands of Dunn. Here come the Diamondbacks back the other way. Zink thought about it, pulls the ball back out. Now down in the corner, comes back out again as it comes to Harwell, who'll dribble the ball back out top. Guntner back to Harwell, who now calls out a new offensive set. Comes back to Guntner right in front of the Preston bench. Back to Harwell. They double team him along the sideline. Down in the corner to Zink. Drives the baseline. Lay it up. Missed it.
Parker, good rebound by Riley.
Parker has the rebound. Whoa, nice hands by Smaley. Get up in the front court. Ward from the corner for 3 is an air ball. Taken in by Luke. Tries to go back up, and a reach-in foul is going to go against Smoot.
Yeah, good rebound to find that. And Luke landed hard, but I think he's okay. So he'll get 2 shots to try and tie the game.
No, they didn't call it on him. They called it on Zink instead.
Oh, did they? That's his second. So, no, that's his first.
Yeah, that's the first on the team.
Oh, okay. They had 2 up. So, yep.
So here is Luke Smaley. First one, no good. Luke's coming off a high of 23 points against Minico a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, that was a long game.
That's right. That's four extra overtimes tend to add up.
Yeah, yep.
Luke makes 1 of 2. Has his first point. In fact, Preston on the board. It's 2-1.
Out of bounds.
As stepping out of bounds along the baseline was
good defense by Riley, because he just stood there. He didn't push him. Sometimes, Dan, when you move your hip a little bit, they'll call a push, but Riley just stood his ground and he dribbled it out of bounds.
What a lot of defenders forget is they can step out of bounds.
Yeah, they can.
Move the hip.
Yeah.
Put your foot out of bounds, and they can't go around
That's when you reach into them is when they call it, so that was good.
Parker, free throw line, gets it back to Smaley. Luke comes back around the screen, set by Parker, drives against Rogers, nothing there. Parker, jumper from about 14 is no good. Zink grabs the rebound and kicks it out. Up into the front court comes Smoot. Back out top, it comes to Harwell. Just about 3 minutes gone here in the opening quarter. 2-1.
Good hands.
Good hands. Ball knocked away again by Smaley. Picked up by Hyde. Quickly up into the front court. Nice pass. Underneath it goes to Garrett Ward for the layup.
Great look and a great finish by Garrett Ward.
Preston has their first lead at 3-2. I feel like I'm talking about a hockey game.
Yeah.
Rogers had it, lost it, and now a reach-in foul is going to bail him out.
Yeah, it's going to be on Garrett Ward. That's Preston's 4th foul in the first quarter. These refs are calling a lot of the reach-ins and all that stuff. They're right on it tonight.
But as you get farther in now, down toward the end of the season and into postseason, the officiating likely will tighten up.
Oh, for sure. And they know the team's better too.
And they've seen Rogers with a turnaround jumper is good.
Yep.
Up into the front court. Comes to Hyde at the left elbow. That's no good. Kind of pushed that one off his hands a little bit. Rebounds off to Guntner. Up into the front court. Harwell back to Guntner. Looks inside. Rogers pops out in the corner to get it. Nice backdoor pass, and one Smoot missed the layup without putting the ball on the floor. Here comes Smaley around Rogers. That's no good. As the rebound again taken down by Harwell. Harwell will push. Defenders are back, so he'll slow things down. Preston settles into a 2-3 zone. Back out top to Harwell. Rogers way out near the free throw line. Now he heads to the right corner. Back to Harwell again. Stops 16 feet out, can't get a shot, gives it off to Smoot. Now back to Harwell, top of the key. Guntner on the left side free throw line extended. Now back out top to Guntner. Bounces it inside to Rogers at the right elbow. Back outside comes to Guntner in three-point territory. Back again as it comes to Harwell as they really slow things down now here as well. Rogers,
good hands.
One bounce dribble, lost the ball. This time it's picked up by Riley.
Preston did a good job in that 1-2-2 zone to just kind of make Century take their time, and they didn't get a good shot off, so that worked well.
Up into the front court. Here comes Dunn. Back to Parker, top of the key. Back over to Smaley, now back to Dunn again. Back out top to Parker, swinging on the right side, back over to Ward. We got a whistle underneath, away from the ball.
Somebody was holding Ty, I think is what they're going to call.
They're going to call it on Zink. That's his second.
Yeah. Ty was looked like he was trying to post up, and he was holding him.
So it's going to get replacements in. Titan Fleshman, a 6'4 sophomore, comes in.
Yeah, he's a big kid.
As Rogers stays in as well, so they're going to go really big inside. Back outside, it comes to Hyde. Back to Smaley at three is going to be no good. Rebound inside is pulled down by Rogers. Bryson Shogard, number 0, also into the game here for the Diamondbacks as well. Guntner down in the corner, it goes to Fleischman. Back out top, three-pointer here by Harwell. Needs a bank, won't get it. Rogers has the board inside, runs over a man, no good. Yeah. As Riley Parker got run over. 2:20 to play here in the first quarter. Preston trails by a point. It's 4-3 in a very low-scoring first quarter. Back in the corner to Dunn. A three from there is just a hair long. Rogers has another board. Puts it on the floor. Here comes the big man all the way. Runs over Hyde. Charging.
Oh, they called the block.
He called charge out here.
Oh, did he? Yeah. No, he called the basket. Oh, he did call charge. Good. He wanted to call the basket good, but the other ref called the charge, so it was the right call. Ty was totally set. Yeah, no doubt that was the right call.
So a charging foul on Rogers, his first, team's third, 2:07 to play. Preston down by a point in the low-scoring first quarter, 4-3 on the Ron Keller Tires scoreboard.
Lower scoring than the Jerome game.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though they're not trying to.
Tyler Parker into the game for the Indians. Again, back over to Dunn. Another three, in and out. As over Parker inside, wrestling for the ball, is going to be called for the foul.
Yeah,
that's 5 on Preston.
I think we're 0 for 4 on threes, if I'm calculating right. So we'll warm up on that. We'll be able to hit some of those, which will be big. And
Nathan Manning into the game. Also, Cody Smoot returns. Guntner will go to the bench. So we go under the 2-minute mark, 1:50 to play here in the first quarter. Still 4-3, Century on top. Driving, Shogard down low, shot around a tie put up by Manning is no good. Ball's tapped and it's going to go to Preston out of bounds.
Good hustle by Preston on that to deflect it off Century to get the ball back.
So 1:36 to play in the quarter.
It's weird so far. It's both teams are trying to figure out what everybody's doing, and nobody's really in a rhythm yet.
Well, they're trying to figure out what everybody's doing, and then try to figure out what the referees are going to call
exactly.
as well.
Yep.
As it comes out to Ward, back over to Smaley. Free throw line extended right. Parker has it in the key area. Gives it back to Ward. Garrett drives, kicks it off to Dunn. No shot there, so he'll bring it back out to Luke. 1:10 to play in the quarter as Luke looks back at Coach Jones. Puts the ball back in play. Comes to Hyde at the left elbow. Back to Ward. Back over to Tyler Parker. That gives it back to Smaley again. Again, he'll pull it back out. 55 seconds to play in the quarter. Preston trying to find a good shot or slow things down or a little of both. Inside, no good. Parker has the rebound. That's no good. Double team, kicks the ball back out. Gets it back out to Smaley. Down low it goes to Hyde on the right block. Backing in. Doug Gold drop step, puts it in, count it, foul.
Great play by Ty Hyde. Used his body strength to maintain control and finished. That was a big time play by Ty, great job.
Foul's gonna go on Manning, his first. fourth team foul of the quarter. As Max Rogers comes back in, as it'll be Manning who will go back to the bench.
I thought Preston did a good job on that possession to be patient, bring the ball back out, and then try to get a good shot out of it.
Absolutely. So Hyde at the free throw line. Needs a bounce, won't get it. Rebound is up high to Smoot. Here comes Harwell, gets it across the timeline. Shogard right in front of us. Back to Harwell. Just holding the ball, clock down to 17, 16. Now puts the ball to the floor, 13 on the clock, down to 10. Harwell still dribbling, down to 7-6. Wants to get a shot, flips it inside to Rogers, no good, tapped inside. Rogers with the tap in, I should say. The original shot was no good by Flashman, but the tip in is good. As we go to the break, it is Century on top, leading after the first quarter by the score of 6-5. Take a timeout, back right after this on mylocalradio.com.
It's refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Do you like earning interest on your money? If so, Lewiston State Bank has the account for you. This is Shelley Austin, and I'm here to tell you about our MyRate checking account. It is a free checking account that can earn a high rate of interest on the first $25,000. The rate is even higher than that of most savings accounts. So stop by and visit me at our Tremonton branch, or go to our website at ls-bank.com and ask us how you can qualify for this high interest rate on your checking account. Lewiston State Bank, a division of People's Intermountain Bank, member FDIC.
We'll go the second quarter here tonight. Late basket right at the buzzer for the Diamondbacks gives them the lead after the first quarter. Low scoring first quarter, 6-5. As the ball belongs to Century here to start the second quarter tonight.
Cooper Hobson notably still on the bench for Preston. He'll have to wait a few more minutes before they'll put him back in.
Hobson had a big game in that game against Century.
Yep.
He had 20 in that game back at Preston Gym back in December. As it comes to Smoot right in front of the Preston bench, they'll kick it back out to Guntner. Guntner looks inside to Rogers, bounces it to him at the right elbow. Back to Guntner, down in the corner to Smoot. Can't get a shot. Down low, Rogers. Back out to Guntner for three. In, out, back in.
Yeah, Gunner's a good shooter. Got to watch him on that one. They made some good passes there to get that shot.
Hyde out top to Parker, gives it to Luke Smaley. Luke wants the cutters to come through. It's down low to Hyde. He goes through his hands. Was it touched?
Yeah, Century hit it out. It'll be Preston's ball into the basket.
So, boy, it looked like it went right through Ty's hands and out of bounds, but they're going to give it to the Indians. As they get it into Parker, a little quick jumper. Ty's there for the rebound. Has it, looking for room to go up. Can't, gets it down low to Parker. Kick it back out. Back to Ward. Three-pointer from the left side is good.
Attaboy Garrett. Great job. Just shoot it and knock it down. Good job.
Garrett with 5 here in the first half. Preston still trails by a point at 9-8. We give a special prize for the first team to reach double digits tonight.
Yeah, really. Yep.
Harwell brings it back out top. Comes back to Smoot. Free throw line extended right. Back out top to Guntner. In the corner goes to Rogers. Rogers drives, hangs in the paint, flip it up and in.
Yeah, he just kind of got that one off in a crowd. He did a good job. We got to defend that better.
Max Rogers has 8 here in the first half. In fact, he has 8 of the team's 11 points. Ward in the right corner, trying to get it out of there, and a reaching foul against Guntner.
Yeah, he looked like we couldn't have a good angle on it, but he must have just kind of got him on the arm. The ref was right there, so looks like Riley Parker will check back in for Tyler Parker.
He called it on 32, which is Rogers.
Really?
Yeah, okay, now he's correct.
Yeah, I was going to say, he wasn't even over there.
Yeah. That's
Rogers like me?
Yeah, he quickly brought that to the referee's attention. I'm standing here in the key. How's it on me? Parker to Smaley. 6:05 to play. 11-8, Century on top. Second quarter action here from the Snake Pit tonight. Smaley in the corner. And again, a whistle away from the ball. This one is going to be against Rogers.
Yep. Ty Hyde keeps kind of celebrating those like he's been waiting for him to call him.
It's actually going to go against Fleischman.
Oh, okay.
So that's his first. That's 6 now on Century as a team. They're out of fouls. That's going to be free throws for Preston the rest of the way to halftime. Dunn drives, hangs, put it up, in, rolls out. Parker had the rebound, put it back up. Looked like it could have been fouled, but they didn't call anything.
Yep.
Harwell back up into the front court. Harwell wants the three, didn't take it. Now he's going to drive. Pass to himself. Not sure why they didn't call the traveling violation, but they didn't. Quickly it comes to Ward, 1-on-3, and Garrett's fouled.
Great job by Preston to get that and get a chance at a fast break point. So that foul's on, who's the foul on? Fleischman? Oh no, they called it on Smoot.
That's his
first. Yep, so Garrett Ward will go to the line.
Garrett will go up there to shoot 2. That's 17 fouls on Century here in the half. First one by Garrett, no good.
Cooper Hobson checking in now for Scott Dunn.
Even though they were so good from the line the other night, still over the last 7 games, Preston's only shooting about 65% from the line.
Yeah, we've got to get that up into the 80s or 90s before postseason.
Ward's second. That's no good as well.
Yep.
Smoot from the corner for 3 is good.
Wide open. Nobody picked him up.
Lead is out to 6. 14-8. 5:20 to play on the Ron Keller Tires scoreboard here in the first half from the Snake Pit. Back out top to Parker. Swings it back over to Hobson, back into the game now with his 2 fouls. Hobson has it in the corner, back out top as it comes to Parker. Puts the ball on the floor and he's held.
That's going to be on Rogers.
That'll be 1-1 for Riley Parker.
Yep.
Rogers now has his second foul.
Yep. So Preston back to the line, Dan. Hopefully we can convert some foul shots.
This will be their 5th foul shot coming up, and they are 1 of 4.
Yeah, 25% isn't what we need to be at.
So here's Riley Parker at the line. Needs a bounce, won't get it. He missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Yep. They're now 1 for 5. Up into the front court, Harwell. Smoot with it in the corner. Down low, back to Fleischman. Reverse layup, no. Crashing the boards is Manning. And they
what are they
call it
call
down
there?
here. Are they going to call
on Ty?
They're going to call that on Ty for having Fleischman land on his back.
There. And the guy jumped right on his back.
Incredible. Timeout called by Coach Jones. We'll take a timeout here as well. Back in a moment here on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. .458 to play here in the first half. Preston down by 6. It is 14-8. Preston now out of fouls as well for the final 5 minutes of the half as they get into Manning. His bank shot's too hard. Timmy away with the rebound is Rhett Robertson just into the game as Ty Hyde leaves, having picked up his second foul.
Yeah, I think Rogers is out too, so both of the big guys have 2 fouls.
Hobson, top of the key. Cooper has 2 fouls as well as it comes to Smaley. Harwell reaches in for the ball as Luke looks back at the coach. Comes to Hobson, now back to Luke, free throw line extended right. Bounce pass down on the block to Hobson. Bank shot short. Rebound is inside, taken away by Manning. Manning got bumped by Hobson. Good thing they didn't call him for his third. Up into the front court, 3-pointer by Harwell. That's no good. As crashing is Guntner, got the rebound and the basket.
Gunter just plowed right over Robertson. They didn't call anything.
All of a sudden, they've swallowed their whistles.
Yep. Preston's going to have to get some scoring going on here. Got to pick it up a little bit.
Smaley driving underneath, double teamed, tried to get it to Parker off his hands. Ball's on the floor, and a timeout called by Century to keep possession of the ball with 3:53 to play. Timeout on the floor. We'll sneak another one in here as well. Back right after this on mylocalradio.com.
That provides patient-centered healthcare for everyone. From newborn to complicated care, Health West is always accepting new patients in Medicaid, Medicare, insured, and even if you don't have insurance. Available in 8 locations throughout Southeast Idaho. Call 208-852-3200 for an appointment in Preston. Health West, empowering our patients and communities by providing quality, affordable healthcare.
So the ball will belong to Century in the backcourt. 3:53 to play here in the first half. And it's an 8-point lead for the Diamondbacks. Quickly, they'll whip it up into the front court. It comes to Harwell. Drives, scoop shot around Robertson is good.
Yeah, Preston down 12. We've got to make a move here. They're doing a good job on that high pick. They're rotating the big guy over when Smaley tries to come off of that. And they're doing a good job against that. This looks like they'll try it again here.
Luke drives, pulls up, and traveled.
Yeah, he kind of got bumped, but he stepped too.
Tyler Parker's going to come back in the game as Rhett Robertson will leave. They can afford to do that still with Rogers on the bench.
Yep.
Their big man inside right now is Flashman, the 6'4 sophomore. And who gets it? Will flip in the corner to Smoot, dribbles it out of the corner, stops. 14-foot jumper is good.
Yeah, Century's feeling it now. They're just playing all out. Preston's playing timid.
Smaley around the screen, wants to drive. Here comes Luke, loses his balance and is fouled on the way to the basket.
Yeah, he did a good job to at least go in and try to force something. We need something on offense right now.
That's on Flashman. That'll be his second. Luke will go to the line here to shoot 1 and 1.
Should be shooting
or
2.
2, they call it shooting? Okay.
Yeah, he was shooting.
So they'll call it 2. And here's Preston at the line again. 1 of 5 so far here in the half as Luke makes that one.
Ty Hyde going to check back in for Riley, so he'll have to watch his. We don't want him to pick up his 3rd foul before half, or Cooper.
Luke will go back to the line now to shoot the second shot. And whistle. And we got a violation. Luke stepped over the line apparently. And with 3 minutes left here in the first half, Ron, Preston is still not in double digits.
Yeah, it's not an offensive demonstration yet tonight.
Pressure as the ball comes across the midcourt stripe. Swing it all the way in the corner. Guntner looks at a 3. That's too long as Zink will chase in the corner for the rebound. Driving, shoots around Ty. Back off the board, a wild shot. Hobson has the rebound. That's going to be a foul on Manning.
Yeah, good hustle by Cooper to get that. So Cooper will have 2 shots here to try to get us within 9. Be nice to get it to 4 or 5 before half, so it's a little closer.
So in the double bonus now, Hobson will go to the line to shoot 2. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Franklin County Medical Center, as their goal is to get you back into the game, back to work, or back to a normal way of life. Find out for yourself. Call them today, Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence meet. First free throw by Hobson was no good.
No, it was good.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
They didn't change the scoreboard.
Yeah, he made both of them.
So he makes them both. There's still a point short on the scoreboard.
They'll fix it right
20
now.
there it goes. That's 20
crap.
And Parker Hyde.
Yeah, just didn't need that.
Way out away from the basket. Doesn't even need to be out there. Picks up his 3rd foul.
Yeah, that's actually really huge Tile, Yeah, the sad thing about that is it wasn't a necessary foul. He's clear out here.
25 feet from the basket. Let the guy shoot that.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Smoot will go to the line. First of the 1-and-1. No good. Guntner has the rebound, however, and is pushed out of bounds by Parker.
Yeah, so he'll have 1-and-1. Gunter will have 1-and-1 there.
That's 2 now on Tyler Parker, 8 on the team.
You know, this last couple minutes are going to be big. I think really huge. It could go either way. Century could, pull it out to 15, or we could get back within.
Manning has the rebound inside, no good. Put back, no good. And Parker has the rebound as Tyler able to pull it down. Here comes Smaley driving. Was committed and then had to turn around and find Tyler Parker, who hits the 13-foot jumper.
That's good. Gets us to within 7. Preston within 7, 20-13.
They wanted a charging call against Smaley, and I thought it could have gone either way.
Yeah, they had passed it, so it kind of.
Yeah, he was really out of control flying down the key.
Yep.
Smoot swings it over to Guntner over on the left side. Gets it back to Smoot in the corner. Zink double team, can't get a shot. Back to Smoot again. Back in the corner to Zink. He'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Guntner has the rebound inside. Back up and a foul.
That's going to go on Riley Parker, I think, isn't it, Dan? Yeah,
yes,
21.
That's just his first. Team's 9th.
So Gunter will get 2 foul shots here.
But he's missed his last 2 as he goes back to the line. First one's good.
Garrett Ward checking in for Tyler Parker.
Guntner now back to the line. Lead back out to 9-8 again. Second one is good. He made them both. Guntner has 7 here in the half, and it's 22-13 on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard with 1:37 to play in the half. Hobson looks at a long 3. Good.
That's what we need. We need to get him warmed up.
Hobson had an off night scoring the other night against Jerome, had only 4 points in the entire game.
Yep.
As that ball's a bad pass, take it away. Ward gets it ahead to Smaley underneath and tried to throw it back to Dunn, but getting a hand on it was Ethan Burke and knocked it out of bounds.
Yeah, he reached in and got it there, but Preston with a chance here to get within 4 or 3.
Smaley to bring it in.
Oh!
And we got an offensive foul as Burke went flying.
They're going to call it on Garrett Ward. I don't know. From my angle, they just both kind of hit each other. I don't know. I guess the ref saw it offensive.
So that's 10 team fouls in the half against Preston. Both sides now out of fouls for the final 1:17 of the half. Century, the number 5 seed in 4A in the state, leading number 1 seed Preston. Back door, nice pass. Smoot with a layup. Smoot's got 7, lead back out to 8 again. As Dunn is fouled coming across the key. That'll be free throws. That's going to be on Smoot. That's 2 on him.
Yeah, that's 2 on Smoot. And Scott did a good job there to drive in and go up strong to draw the foul. So we've shot a lot of foul shots this half so far.
Just under a minute left here in the quarter, like a half a second under.
Yep.
And Scotty will go back to the line. His first 2 free throw shots of the night. First one's good.
Good. That gets it to 24-17. Century.
Now Scott to try the second. And it's good again. He made them both.
Scott.
His first 2 points of the game.
Yes, there's a turnover. Yeah. That just about took our head off.
But instead, luckily enough for us,
it
hit the stat keepers next to us.
Hit the water bottle and the stat keepers, yep.
So a chance here for Preston, get a little closer. 50 seconds to play in the half. Smaley back to Cooper, looks at a 3. That's no good. Rebound comes off to Harwell. 40 seconds to play as Harwell brings it up in the front court. Look out, gets a bump from Ward, but they don't call that.
No, they don't call that lean in anymore.
Unless you're Mason Fallsliff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, it comes to
in the spectrum, yeah.
Shogard, yeah, exactly. Back out top, Harwell holds, clock down to 22 seconds in the half. Trying to trap the ball in the corner. Nice job. As they must have said that Ward touched it, as they could legally play it in the back court. Clock down to 12. Shogard trying to look for position. Goes to Harwell. Harwell with 8, with 7, with 6, 5. They double team him in the corner. Whistles, no shot, and it's going to go.
Out of bounds. They said he was out of bounds.
That could be.
Yeah, the ref said he was out of bounds.
Got too far in the corner, and Guttner stepped out of bounds. So 3.8 left. Chance here for Preston to hit a final shot. They'll come out with full court pressure, will the Diamondbacks. Comes to Smaley, and Smaley traveled.
Yeah, he took off without the ball. He was thinking of the next step.
Just thinking about that half-court shot that he made against Minico.
Yeah. So Century shouldn't they'll get the ball on the side there. Yep.
Yeah, the ball was in play. It's not going to come back to where it was thrown in from. So Shogard will bring it in. Clock down to 2.3. Shogard taken away by Smaley. Gets it back to Ward. Lets it go. I don't think it'll count.
No.
It's a little bit late, but it didn't go anyway. No. So the first half ends 24-18 with Century on top, though they got a lot of work to do in the second half. We'll talk about it when we come back. Take a time out here on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock. Stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today. Since 1958, when the farmers of Franklin County rolled equipment into the fields for harvest, most of them were rolling on Ron Keller tires, because Keller Tire has the right tires for tractors, combines, swathers, bale wagons, and the trucks that haul hay and grain to market or storage facilities. To keep that equipment rolling during the busy harvest season, Ron Keller Tire also has a fleet of service trucks that make repairs in-field to minimize downtime. Best wishes for a safe and productive harvest from Ron Keller Tires in Preston and North Logan.
In business for almost 70 years, Valley Implement has been serving customers with integrity, personalized service, and accountability for generations. Their mission is to contribute to agriculture and the agricultural way of life. When it comes to irrigation, equipment, attachments, parts and service, and precision farming, Valley Implement in Preston is here to work for you. Visit them today, 213 West 8th North, Preston. Valley Implement, all things agriculture.
Do you like earning interest on your money? If so, Lewiston State Bank has the account for you. This is Shelley Austin, and I'm here to tell you about our MyRate checking account. It is a free checking account that can earn a high rate of interest on the first $25,000. The rate is even higher than that of most savings accounts. So stop by and visit me at our Tremonton branch, or go to our website at ls-bank.com and ask us how you can qualify for this high interest rate on your checking account. Lewiston State Bank, a division of People's Intermountain Bank, member FDIC.
When you see that big green dinosaur, whether at your favorite gas station or convenience store on the side of a delivery truck, you know quality Sinclair products are available there from Hall Oil Company. Hall Oil is a family-owned and operated business that's been serving folks in Cache Valley since 1947. They're your local fuel and oil broker with a low-price guarantee. Another guarantee that's been really important this winter is that when you fill your fuel tanks with premium winter diesel fuel from Hall Oil, it's guaranteed not to gel, even when the temperature drops below zero. It's the no-gel guarantee from Hall Oil Company.
We're not your ordinary grocery store at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston. We see every customer as a friend and a neighbor. Stokes Market and True Value offers a clean, bright, and modern store with the freshest meats, produce, and bakery. In many ways, we're still old-fashioned. We still bake from scratch, and our bakery items are made in store. You'll never see meat with an ingredient list because our meats are all natural and cut in store. Stop in today. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
We were at halftime in what was a sloppy first half. It might be the best way to refer to it. Century leads 24-18 after the first 2 quarters run.
One of the things that I thought was good for Preston is when we were at that 2.5-minute mark, we were down 9, and we talked about this is important that Century doesn't take it to 15. And Preston had a really good last couple minutes and got it to within 6. And so, you know, it's anybody's game, obviously, and even though it was ugly and it wasn't smooth, Preston was gritty and kind of fought their way back into the game, which was good.
Yeah, they did kind of get their way back into the game. They were down by as many as 12 at one point, and it's only 6. And that's, you know, and you look at kind of cut down the lead. You want to get it down to single digits is the first goal to set, and then they were able to do that.
And I don't see us playing worse in the second half. I mean, we didn't play to our potential by any means in the first half, so you know, we'll see how Preston adjusts to halftime. There's some things that they're doing to us that we've got to counter, and the coaches will figure that out.
Yeah, Preston, even though they didn't have a lot of attempts, they still were able to finish the half 5 of 10 from the free throw line.
Yeah, and 50% still's below our goal, but maybe we can get that up in the second half. And I do really like the way Preston was aggressive going to the basket, and that's why we had so many foul shots that we had. And so you always like aggressiveness. That's always a good thing. I look for Ty Hyde, hopefully, to get a little more look inside, and for maybe Scott Dunn and Cooper to hit a few more of their threes, and maybe even Smaley to drive in a little bit and find those guys.
Yeah, exactly. Take a timeout. Back with a look at the stat sheet right after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
If you're doing some cleanup work around the yard, the house, the garage, or the farm, remember, you can turn scrap metal into cash when you take that metal to Idaho Salvage and Metal in Preston. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans, aluminum window and door frames, brass and steel. They take junk cars and trucks, farm equipment, and industrial gear. So rather than taking that stuff to the landfill, park it on the scales at Idaho Salvage and Metal on West Oneida in Preston.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
We're at halftime. Century leading 24-18, and tonight's game is brought to you in part by our friends at West Motor Company. If you're in the marketplace for a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Dodge truck, well, you want to stop by West Motor Company because they're the ones that make you feel like you're back at home. That's because they'll treat you right, give you the best deal they possibly can. If you call Cache Valley home, stop by West Motor Company today and welcome home. On the score sheet, first for Century, who leads by 6 at the break. Deshaun Harwell had 2 points in the first half. Cody Smoot was 7. Andrew Guntner had a total of 7. And Max Rogers had 8. That's it. 24 points doesn't take long to add up. But they're still leading at halftime. Preston only had 18 in the first half. 2 of those belong to Ty Hyde. Cooper Hobson with 3. Scott Dunn with 2. Luke Smaley with 2. Garrett Ward with 5. And Tyler Parker has 2. Preston was 5 of 10 from the free throw line in the first half. Century just 2 of 5 at the break. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. Stay with us. The second half is next from here in Century. We'll get to that right after this timeout on mylocalradio.com.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston. When it comes to major surgery, think small. Small town, that is. At Franklin County Medical Center, the surgical capabilities are anything but small. Partnered with the top surgeons and specialists in the region to provide advanced care to those living in southeastern Idaho. Whether it's cataract surgery, women's surgery, gallbladder removal, trauma, even a full hip or knee replacement, they have you covered. And now they're among the few hospitals in southeastern Idaho able to remove kidney stones. See just how big the surgical capabilities really are. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Do you remember last spring when runoff water was flooding fields and borrow pits because of plugged, collapsed, or non-existent culverts? Well, now is the time to get new culverts installed. And Valley Implement and Irrigation has the culverts you need. They buy them by the semi-load, and they have poly pipes and culverts in the diameter and length that will get that water running where it needs to go in the spring. Remember, too, that Valley Implement has a great selection of used tractors and farm equipment at prices that work for your operation. See Valley Implement and Irrigation in Preston, Logan, or Grays.
Getting ready to start the second half here from Century with Preston down 6. Ron Smaley, if you're Coach Jones, what'd you tell your team at the break?
Well, one of the things I told him to come out in the second half is to tell Ty Hyde to not foul again. I mean, he's got 3 fouls, so we've got to kind of help him out. And Cooper, I think, just still has 2. And so I tell my guys, obviously, about foul trouble, but more importantly than that is just to stick to the game plan. Stick to what we knew we needed to do. The second half will settle down a little bit. We'll get those looks, make our shots, keep hustling, play good defense.
Preston gets the ball to start half number 2, and they put it in play as it comes to Smaley, the starting 5 back out on the floor for the Indians. Hobson goes to Smaley on the left side, drives baseline, gets it down low to Parker off the glass, can't get it to go down. Luke has the rebound inside, goes back up with it and puts it in.
Good putback by Luke on that.
He has played inspired in the last 10 games or so.
Yep.
Down inside. Gets a hand on that. It could pick up by Hobson, tried to shovel it forward to Smaley, but it's out of bounds.
From my angle, it looked like they deflected it, but apparently Cooper just threw it out of bounds.
Smoot with it. Preston picks up it at the half-court stripes. It comes to Rogers.
Good.
They tried to get it to Zink, knocked away. Hobson got a hand on it.
2 steals in a row.
That's a good way to start. Preston gives it to Hobson, free throw line extended right, back out top to Parker. Dunn just hands it to Smaley.
Yep.
Luke down the middle again, challenges Rogers, blocked by Rogers, no foul. Here comes Harwell into the front court, driving, runs into Hobson, spins in, comes out, and it's going to stay with Century.
Wow, it looked like Gunter was out of bounds when he tried to save it, but apparently the ball had already been hit out by Preston.
Harwell holds 2 fingers up, says we'll run the number 2 play. Guntner cuts through. They get it to Guntner in the right corner. Try to get it down low. And another third steal to half already for Preston. Here comes Smaley, blocked out of bounds.
My goodness. Are you kidding me? Wow.
Rogers about put Smaley into the padding at the end of the floor.
Oh, wow.
But no foul.
Wow. Well, we just got to get it here. It's all counts as 2.
Smalley gets it into Parker at the free throw line. Down low to Hyde. Has 3 fouls. Turns. Drop step and travel.
Yeah. When he sees that double team, Ty's got to immediately kick it out because he can't do that move in a crowd like that. Just kick it out. Reset. You'll probably get the ball right back.
Yep. If they're going to double or triple team enemies, there's got to be open bodies someplace.
Yeah, kick it out. Yep.
Up into the front court comes to Zink. Over on the right side to Smoot. Back out top to Harwell. Lead down to 4 for Century. We've played a minute and a half here in quarter number 3. Back out top as it comes to Harwell. Back to Guntner. Guntner now puts the ball on the floor. In the corner it goes to Smoot. Can't get a handle on it to get a shot. Gets it up inside to Rogers. His shot no good. Rebound taken away by Hobson as it comes up to Smalley. Smalley looks over at Coach Jones as he comes across the timeline. Gives it up to Hobson. 6 minutes left to play here in quarter number 3 on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. Smalley pulls up from the right elbow. Shot no good. Boy, Hyde got away with one as he's pretty good smack on Rogers across his forearm, but then is knocked out of bounds by Smalley.
Yeah, Ty did get lucky to not get one there. He's got to think about that. He can't do anything obvious. Anything easy for the refs to call, they'll call it.
Yeah, just when you think that they're going to let you play, that they swallowed their whistles or left them in the locker room, then they're going to start calling everything again.
Exactly.
Smoot with it. He's double teamed. Gives it to Rogers. Rogers comes back over to Guntner, a 3-pointer. High rebound, no good. See, there's a perfect example. As for the second time in the half, Smalley gets absolutely pummeled.
Yeah, they're not calling it. So, got to play through it.
So the offense is set up. Comes to Hobson, top of the key. Dribbles, runs into Zink, and it's going to be a blocking foul. That's 3 on Zink.
Wow, that was fortunate for Preston. I thought that he kind of forced that issue, but luckily again for Preston, Zink was moving and drew the foul.
Cooper Hobson's going to go back to the line. Shot 2 free throw attempts in the first half and made them both. He has 2 more here. First one.
Good job, Cooper. He's a great foul shooter.
Fleischman comes back in. Zink goes back to the bench with his 3 fouls.
Yeah, he picked up his 3rd. So, and here Cooper goes to the line to make it a 2-point game, Dan.
Hobson's second is
nice.
Good again.
Good job, Coop.
He's 4 for 4 from the line. He has 5 points. As ball's tapped out of bounds off the hands of Hobson.
Preston's doing a really good job this half of upping their defensive intensity, and that's been the difference so far. You worry about fouls, but so far we've stayed away from that.
So 24-22. Preston has clawed their way back in. Rogers cuts through. Give it over on the right side to Smoot. Back out top to Harwell. On the left side, it comes to Guntner. Harwell wants to step into a 3, fakes it a couple of times, gives it off to Flashman. Backdoor pass to Guntner, no shot. They'll whip it all the way back outside. Smoot spots up for a 3, no good. And reaching in over the back of Rogers. That's 3 on him.
Yeah, that's going on Rogers. Is that his 3rd, Dan?
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know if Coach Frost will take him out. Looks like he is going to sub him out. No, he's going to keep him in. So showing trust in his senior.
His other big man, Flashman's already on the floor.
Yep.
So here's Smalley. Gets it up to Hobson at the left elbow. Cooper, 1 bounce dribble, goes over Rogers, no good, and a foul inside. That's going to be a pushing foul on Flashman. That's 3 on him as well.
Yeah, that was a good call because Ty had a good position to get the rebound, and he did shove him out of the way. So that was a good call.
So that's 3 each on the 2 big men for Century. Dunn comes to the ball, can't get it there. Now he's got to throw it all the way out near the timeline, and Scotty does a good job to come and get it. This Smalley right in front of us. Hobson will cut through. Goes around the screen, does Luke. Left elbow, gives it back to Cooper. Driving from the right side. Little 14-foot jumper is no good. Ty tried to tap it, but couldn't reach it. As the rebound's off, as it comes to Harwell back up in the front court.
Was a good look for Cooper, and he just about made it.
Halfway through quarter number 3. Little bouncer inside to Flashman. Turnaround jumper is good. Fleischman with his first 2 points of the game extends the lead back out to 4 points again. Preston trailed by 6 at the half, so they've outscored Century by 2 so far here in the half. That shot short. Hyde with the rebound, no good. Ty had it. Rogers took it away. Here comes Rogers, 1-on-3. Little dipsy-do around Rogers.
Jones needs a timeout. Yeah. Maybe he's not going to call it yet. Got to just regroup a little bit. We're missing just a lot of little shots we normally make.
Smalley driving. Pulls up on Harwell, gets it back out to Hobson. Hobson from the left corner, a 3, no good. Smoot.
Scott's going to get a foul there.
Yep. Smoot pushed off, but then they got done for reaching in.
Yep. Yeah, Preston's got to be careful here. We had the momentum, and now it's switching back to Century, so we've just got to get a stop and come down and hit a shot to stop their momentum.
Parker leaves, Riley Parker that is. Garrett Ward back onto the floor, 3:07 to play. Lead back out to 6 again, 28-22. Harwell gives it off to Smoot in the backcourt. Back to Harwell as full court pressure put on here by the Indians. Guntner in the corner. It goes to Manning just back into the game. Looks inside, finally dribble, drop it down there to Fleischman who puts it in. Timeout called by Preston. 30-second timeout with 2:47 to play here in the third quarter. Back right after this on mylocalradio.com.
Institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that 20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
.247 left here in quarter number 3. Dan Hubbard and Ron Smalley with you tonight from the Snake Pit at Century High School. Diamondbacks leading 30-22 in a low-scoring, foul-filled but tough game.
Yep.
Ward up top in the left corner. It goes to Smalley. Luke looks inside, tries to bounce it inside to Hyde, stepping around it. Manning.
Yep.
It's, again, that little double and triple team.
Yep.
And he couldn't get the ball in there, but the front corner comes to Guntner. Back out top to Harwell as he holds on to it. 2:15 to play in the quarter. He wants Smoot to come through. He'll set up right out on the right side, and he gets the ball, free throw line extended right. Back out top to Harwell. Back to Smoot. Steps into a 3, doesn't take it. Harwell now wants to drive down the middle, kicks it back. Guntner will take the 3. Good. No, in and out. Went way down. Smalley with a pie to get the rebound. Tried to get it ahead to Hobson, knocked away, and Guntner steps out of bounds again.
Yeah, he just about made the steal, but his momentum took him out on that. So Preston, they just need to settle down a little bit. They just need to kind of work it in and get some easy bucket here. Just to kind of get him going.
Hyde, little turnaround jumper off the glass, no good.
We're just not finishing those things. We'll get it going.
Harwell back up into the front court with it for the D-backs. Gives it off to Guntner, back to Harwell. Down low goes to Fleischman on the block. Has his shot blocked by Hyde. Then Ty knocked it out of bounds.
Ty blocked his shot, and Fleischman had a word for Ty. I don't know what he said because Ty blocked his shot.
I don't know, but he was all jacked up about it.
Yeah. But Ty's got to be careful for Fleischman to bait him into his 4th foul. He's got to be really careful.
In the corner, it goes to Smoot. Drives the baseline. Turn around, can't get a shot. Back to Manning. Back out top to Harwell. Travel.
Yeah, they call that little fake and shuffle. They've been calling that a lot this year.
So another turnover against Century. Ball back over to the Indians. 1:29 to play here in the third. Still an 8-point lead again for Century. Remember, Century was leading down to the final moments of that first game that forced overtime.
Yep.
Before Preston came back in the fourth quarter.
Right.
Guntner takes the pass away. Here comes the Diamondbacks, 2-on-3, and the layup for Guntner now has 9 in the game.
Oh, there's the foul.
And Guntner runs over Hyde, or I should say Hobson, I should say.
Yeah. How many's that on Gunter?
That is 2.
2.
4 team fouls now against Century. Only 1 for Preston here in the third quarter. Hobson will bring it in. 1:07 to play on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. Smaley comes over to the right side. Down low goes to Hyde. Kicks it back out to Ward. Can't get a shot. He'll give it back to Luke now. Top of the key. Back down low to Ty. Ty stumbles. They don't call anything because there was nothing there to call. As Dunn dives on the ball, there's going to be a kicking violation. I think they're going to call a kicking violation against Century.
That ball was just flying everywhere. It was hard to tell who had it. Yeah, they're really doubling and they're just all over Ty.
So they don't not giving him an inch of space inside, but that means you got to go be able to shoot over the defense.
Yeah.
Hyde foul from behind.
That'll be Gunter's 4th or 3rd. He just picked up his 2nd, so that'll be his 3rd now. Yep.
That's his 3rd.
Yep. That was, I don't know how they got the pass into Ty. He had 2 guys all over him, but Smaley somehow bounced it to him.
Fleischman, Rogers, Zink, and now Guntner all with 3 fouls
That's
apiece.
a story here, Dan. If Preston can force 4th fouls on some of those guys, they'll be a big advantage.
First one no good by Ty. Hyde with only 2 points in the game.
Well, we only have 22 as a whole team at the end of the third quarter, so nobody's got really any points.
10-point lead again. Ty missed them both as the rebound is taken down by Manning. Manning stumbles and then Hobson dives on top of him for some reason. Bodies all over the place. Get the ball in the front court. It comes to Smoot. Harwell, Guntner, Manning. Down along the baseline, can't get a shot.
It's 5 seconds.
As Hyde, they get it down low to Fleischman. That's no good. Rebound taken away down by Ward, and Smaley will walk the dribble up into the front court, down to 17 seconds to play in the quarter. Gets it across the timeline with 13 on the clock. Down to 11, 10. Hyde comes out to set a pick, and a good one it was. Back out top to Ward for 3. Needs a bounce, won't get it. Tie up high to get the rebound. Smoot catches it and just said, we'll go to the 4th.
Yeah, we'll go up. Yep.
As it's a 10-point lead for Century as we go to the 4th. The 4th quarter, as always, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. We'll go there after this timeout. It's Century 32, Preston 22 on the FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
You know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
Here we go, 4th quarter brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. Preston trails by 10. They got work to do if they want to extend that 13-game winning streak. Rogers back into the game. Gives it to Smoot. Back out top, it comes to Zink, the starting 5, back on the floor for both sides. I take that back. Ward's on. That's going to be an offensive foul.
Yeah, he did. He pulled this. He was trying to force Hyde into a foul. And in the meantime, he got called. So,
just the first on Harwell, 6 on the team. So Century's out of fouls for the half.
Well, Deshaun wondered what's going on. But when guys try to draw the foul and force contact now, the refs aren't going for that. They're calling it offensive, and I thought it was a good call.
So there's Smaley, has it up into the front court. 32-22.
Swing the ball. Let's move the court. Get it moving. There we go. There you go.
3 from Hobson. Needs a bounce. Won't get it. Up high. Tap. Smaley down low. Put back is no good, but he's fouled.
There's another foul on Harwell, but that's only 2 on him. So he's not in foul trouble.
But that's 7 on the team. Although Smaley was shooting, so he's going to go.
Yeah.
He's going to shoot 2 here no matter what anyway.
Well, and importantly, we get a score with the clock stopped.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by S&T Electric. First one by Luke is good. Sean Carter and the guys always should be your go-to crew, whether it's new construction, repair work, installation, or wherever it might be. Call S&T Electric for all your electrical needs. It's what they do. Luke banked the second one in and just kind of.
It all counts as one, doesn't it?
He looked like he just bit into a sour lemon at the result of that. As quickly he goes up into the front court, over to Rogers, down low to Zink, and a reach-in foul against Ward.
Yeah, it was a good foul by Garrett because that was a wide-open layup. So at least he's going to have to earn it from the line.
No, they called it against Hobson.
No, it was on Garrett Ward.
No, they called it on 1. That's 3 on.
Are you kidding me?
No, absolutely.
He wasn't even there. Huh.
First one by Zink is good.
I don't know. We see it from a different angle sometimes in the refs. Maybe there was some other. But from here it looked like Garrett Ward hit him as he was going past.
Second one by Zink. Made them both. Believe it or not, that's just the first 2 points in the game for
Zink.
For Carson Zink.
Yeah.
Lead back out to 10 again, 34-24. Hobson drives, flip it up.
We're just getting nothing like that to fall. Just those little inside touch shots aren't going for us.
Rogers in the right corner. Back out top, it comes to Harwell again. Zink comes around the pick.
Don't Ty.
Ty way out again. No reason for him to be out there as they go down quickly. Back down to Rogers, and Ty fly squats it out of bounds.
And that was questionable too. Or you just don't want to even mess with that 4th foul. There's still 6.5 minutes to go in the game. Lucky he didn't get the foul called there.
But by down 10 at some point you have to play defense.
Yeah.
As Zink hits the foul, and
there's going to be the 4th on Hobson. So. Yeah, this is a tough night for Cooper with foul trouble.
Zink's going to go back to the free throw line. You made an interesting point during the break in between quarters. That Preston's going to struggle to get to where they were offensively last week. Remember last week's game, or the game at Jerome, they scored 44 points.
Or 42, I think. And yeah, hopefully we'll get there tonight.
42. They've got to score 18 points in the last 6.5 minutes.
We're going to need to do that to win, obviously.
As Zink makes the 3-point play.
Yep.
Lead out to 13, 37-24. Hyde gives it to Ward. Garrett driving and is going to get bodied by Guntner. That's going to be 4 on him.
Gunter was not going to let Garrett finish on that. He did the right thing to block him hard.
That'll be 1-1 for Garrett Ward.
Then get him a shooting on that?
No.
1-1, okay.
Sub in. Hudson Williams into the game for the first time tonight for Century. A 5'11 senior. As Andrew Guntner goes to the bench with his 4 fouls. So here's Garrett, front into the 1-1, good.
Good job by Garrett to get up and knock that down. And that's big that Gunter's out with 4 fouls. He was really, I think, the difference in this half with his length.
Garrett back to the line to shoot the second. Good again.
Good job.
So Ward makes them both. He has 7. Full court pressure put on here by the Indians. Lob it up into the front court as it comes to Rogers. Get it to Zink in the middle. Swing it all the way around over to Williams. Inside to Zink. Drives. Blocked by by High as it comes all the way back out, but it's picked up by Smoot. Smoot gets it back to Zink on the right side, driving in the paint, flips it up over the top of Hyde, and then wallops Hyde, and then finally they call the foul. That's on Zink, and that's 4 on him.
Boy, that's 2 of their Zink and Gunter, both with 4, right, Dan?
Yep, absolutely.
Yep, I think Coach he'll leave Zink in. But he's going to bring him out. He's going to bring Fleshman in for him.
There comes Fleshman. He has 3.
Yeah.
And Rogers also has 3.
Yeah, they got a lot of foul trouble.
Yes, they
More
do.
so than us.
So here's Ty at the line again. Tyler's again, shoot 1 and 1. Preston down 11.
Wow.
Remains 11. Although
Good
the
job,
rebound by
Tyler.
Parker had it, lost it.
Yep.
Harwell has it and walks the dribble up into the front court. 5:40 to play here in regulation. Swing it to Rogers. Free throw line extended left. Back out top. Gives it to Williams. Smoot with it now on the right side. Holds on to it. Gives it off. Harwell back to Rogers. Now back down to Smoot again. That's partially blocked, but a foul late called against Dunn. And then Flashman came flying across from somewhere.
Yeah, they didn't see something they liked because the trainers immediately jumped up.
What if it almost looks like he passed out, or did he and Ty run into each other?
Well, it was his knee. He came down on his knee.
No, look at his eyes. He looked like he's dazed.
Yeah.
Well, you're right, though. It is a knee. He's not walking well.
Hopefully he's okay.
Foul was against Dunn. That's his second.
Now, was he the guy? Was it somebody else shooting?
Yeah, he was completely behind the play.
So, okay, the guy that went out isn't shooting. So it looks like
it'd be
Smoot going to the line? Okay.
So Cody Smoot at the line. Going to shoot 2. Has 7 in the game so far, and he missed the first. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Webb Funeral Home. They've been assisting Franklin County residents in their time of need since 1925. When you need professional and understanding care, stop by their office. It's just off Highway 91 south of Preston. That's Webb Funeral Home. Second free throw is no good. Rebound to Century. The shot was blocked underneath by Hyde, but they got the ball back.
He's had 3 blocks in the last couple minutes.
Harwell back to Rogers, to Williams. 5 minutes to go here in regulation. Williams will go back to Harwell. Back to Smoot again. In the corner, Williams back out top to Rogers. Swing it back to Smoot on the right side. He drives down the paint. Tries to go up around Hyde. That's no good. Probably got a piece of it. Ty was, or I should say, he was run into by Hobson. In the corner, back to Dunn. Looks at a 3. No. As the long rebound comes off and Rogers has it.
Boy, that's too bad. That would have been a big shot right there. We needed that.
Century up 11, 37-26 with 4.5 to play. Here in the fourth quarter, and a holding foul against Ward.
Yeah, he held him, but that's let's see, is that our 9th foul? No, that's only our 5th. So they're still not in the bonus yet.
So Smoot will bring it in from in front of his own bench. And looking, finally gets it into Rogers. Rogers gets it to Williams down low, lay it up and in. Williams gets it on the score sheet. Lead is out to 11. 37-26. Closing in on the midway point of the quarter. Hyde is drugged down from behind. That's against Manning, his third.
It's actually 39-26. That put him up 13.
I was going to say, I thought they were down 2.
Yep.
Holding foul. It's going to send Ty back to the line again. He'll shoot 2. As good as the free throw shooting was the other night in Jerome, it just has not been tonight.
No.
Ty makes that one. Believe it or not, that is his first made free throw tonight.
Yeah.
He's made 1 out of 5.
Yeah. Normally he'll be, 4 or 5 out of 5 there.
Second one is short. Smoot has the rebound. Goes to Williams up into the front court. Hobson got a hand on it, saves it on the floor. Can Hyde get it and then save it back? Nope, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. He traveled.
Had to travel. All he do is grab the ball and jump in the air and throw it. But it went to them anyway, I think. So
difference will be only to where they bring the ball in. It's going to be underneath the basket.
Yep.
Andrew Guntner comes back. Carson Zink also comes back. Both of those gentlemen with 4 fouls each. Get it in down low. That is Rogers for the layup. Rogers with 12, and the lead is out to 14. 41-27 on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. Smaley for 3 is good.
Yeah, we needed that.
Luke with a team-high 9 and a timeout on the floor. Full timeout with 3:34 to play. We'll take one here as well. Back to more after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
A higher level of precision and accuracy. That's what the new Naveo robotic assistance system at Franklin County Medical Center provides you. Whether you're in need of revision, partial, or total knee replacement, the new robotic assisted surgery technology at Franklin County Medical Center allow knee surgery candidates the comfort of knowing that their knee surgery will be performed with confidence, improving the function, feel, and longevity of your new knee. Learn more about the new robotics machine at fcmc.org. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence meet.
.334 left here in regulation. Preston down by 11.
Preston looks like come out, Dan, in a full court press. Obviously trying to cause some turnovers and get the ball back to try to cut into the 11-point lead.
Zink brings it in, baseline backcourt for Century. Gets it in, Guntner comes to meet the ball. Back to Zink. Goes back to Harwell, gets it across the timeline. Almost traveled, gets it to Guntner, drops the baseline. Shot needs a roll, won't get it. Tapped all the way back out, it comes back out to Zink. Zink about runs over Hobson without a call. Harwell driving against Hyde, blocked by Hyde, foul by Hyde. That's 4.
Yeah, it looks like he hit Deshaun in the head, or Deshaun fell down, I don't know. But I hope he's okay. You don't like to see kids get hurt.
So 4 fouls on Hyde. The initial call was there was contact to the head, but I don't think it was that much. He must have fallen and hit his head on the floor when he went down.
I don't think it was like a flagrant. I think Ty was just blocking the shot, and it ended up hitting him in the head. But he did look like he landed funny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That the contact by Hyde wasn't enough to cause any sort of an injury. I think it just knocked him off balance, and he landed wrong.
Yeah, it looks like Deshaun's going to be okay.
Maybe he might have a little bit of a bloody nose. Might have to come out. Yeah. I think it's going to have to come off anyway, doesn't it? Because the trainer came to look at him, kind of staggering around a little bit too.
Well, he's got 2 shots he has to take.
As he walks over to the bench, he's looking like a sailor on a 3-day shore leave.
I'm not going to ask what they do on a 3-day shore leave. But it looks like they're going to have somebody else shoot for him.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Harwell that got fouled?
It was Harwell who got fouled, but Smoot's going to go to the line.
Now, how does that work? Does the opposing coach choose?
That doesn't have to be somebody who was on the floor?
I don't know. There's a rule. I don't remember exactly how it works. But anyway, Smoot's going to the line.
And he makes the first.
Yep.
.42-30. Score sound familiar? That was the score in Jerome, but in reverse.
Yeah. Preston's going to have to hurry here to get some things going.
Missed the second. Smaley will walk the dribble up into the front court. 3:05 to play. Dunn down the middle, tries to kick it back out. The pass was deflected. It goes to Smoot. Look out. We got people looking at each other all cross-eyed. As up in the front court, it comes to Rogers. Look out. Rogers now with 14. It's a 14-point lead. Now it's taken away by Guntner. Lay it up and in. Timeout called by Preston. 2:34 to play, 16-point lead. It's a full timeout. Back with more after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Lewiston State Bank has the account for you. This is Shelley Austin, and I'm here to tell you about our MyRate checking account. It is a free checking account that can earn a high rate of interest on the first $25,000. The rate is even higher than that of most savings accounts. So stop by and visit me at our Tremonton branch, or go to our website at ls-bank.com and ask us how you can qualify for this high interest rate on your checking account. Lewiston State Bank, a division of People's Intermountain Bank, member FDIC.
2:34 left in the fourth, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. Preston now trails by 16 after 4 quick points by Century. Smaley with it up into the front court, comes around the screen set by Hyde. In the corner it goes to Dunn. Back out top, swing it to Ward, look at a three, good.
Good shot, Garrett. Great job by Garrett on that.
Garrett's now got 10 in the game. Up in the front court it comes to Zink. Flips it back to Harwell. In the corner, Smoot doesn't want to shoot. Now he'll drive baseline, still doesn't want to shoot.
Well, they shouldn't shoot, yeah.
They just want to sit on the clock now.
Sure. Yeah.
So Preston's going to have to start fouling down low. Smoot, reverse layup is good. 48-33, here comes reinforcements for the Indians. Riley, and Robertson, the law firm, will be in with the next dead ball. Another three-pointer for Ward is good enough.
Garrett, great shooting.
Here comes Smoot. Century beating Preston back down the floor now, but they pull the ball back. Guntner back to Harwell. Minute and a half to play. Goes back to Guntner. And then pushes him out of the hole with no call. And now a reach-in foul charged against Preston.
Wow.
That's going to go against Ward.
I don't know how hard he missed that. That was right in front of him, but he did.
That's 4 on Garrett. 17 fouls against the team. Coach Jones standing up in front of us asking, where was the foul on the push-off over here on the clear-out? And he has a valid point.
Yeah, it was a foul for sure. Coach Jones just still can't believe that. Luke's asking referee Harding, what happened there?
So that's actually 5 fouls on Garrett. He's out of the game. I think Coach Jones, when he sends in the replacements, he's calling off the Dogs with 1:20 to play.
Yeah.
As Dunn comes out, Hyde comes out, and of course Ward leaves having fouled out. So here's Harwell at the line. First one is good.
Well, this will make things interesting in the district as the season winds down.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
As that shot is no good. Harwell missed the second. Smaley up into the front court. Looks at a long three. No good. High bounce is taken by Harwell in the backcourt, and he's fouled. Minico was playing at Highland tonight.
Yeah.
No report on that score. Fouls on Tyler Parker, his third. As Harwell will go back to the line. 1-1 this time for Harwell. 13-point lead, 1:10 to play in regulation. So Preston's going to have their 13-game winning streak come to an end here tonight. Both of their losses coming on the road so far this year. But you're right, it's going to make things very interesting As far as conference record was concerned, Minico and Preston were even at the start of play tonight.
Yeah, and then having to go to Minico too.
Shot
that'll be
there
a tough game.
by Smaley is short. Under a minute to play, and again a foul in the backcourt. As again, it'll be Harwell going to the free throw line, as the foul's going to go on Rhett Robertson. Make sure you join us next Wednesday night from Minico. Trying to remember, I think that game is on the internet only.
Is it? That's going to be a tough game. They'll be out to get us.
Spins in and out. Robertson has the rebound. As it comes to Hobson, takes a look at a long three, made it. A little consolation there. Cooper now with 10, still an 11-point lead. Oh, wait a minute. This is going to get interesting. Hobson steals the ball and lays it in.
About stole it again.
Down to a 9-point lead. We're not done yet. Zink will bring the ball in from the baseline under full court pressure. Gets it in to Guntner. Up in the front court.
Ooh,
and again it's taken away by Parker.
Hustle.
Gets it to Smaley. Got to hurry.
Shoot it.
Up into the front court. Get another three. Pulls up from straight away. Short. Parker tries to save it on the floor, but he threw it to Zink. Ahead it goes to Harwell. Harwell, left-hand layup is good. And a timeout.
Delay a game.
Nope, delay a game.
Yeah.
Luke needed about a half a step closer on that long three.
Yep.
So here comes Hobson up into the front court. 15 seconds to play. He'll shoot from in front of the bench. The three is good. Cooper all of a sudden has 15 in the game. Down to a 8-point lead. As just dribbling is Rogers.
Oh, that's back court.
Yeah, absolutely. Good call.
Yeah, but it's over.
But it's only 0.2 of a second left in the game anyway.
It'd be funny if we get a three right here and lose by only 5. We'll wonder if we should have called off the horses too quick.
Hobson can't get. Oh boy, that clock started off.
Yeah, that was a home cooking clock.
No good anyway. It's an 8-point loss tonight for the Preston Indians. 52-44. Preston now is 16-2 on the year, 7-2 in conference, and they see their 13-game winning streak come to an end. We'll come back and talk about it. The postgame show is next on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. This has been Preston Indians basketball. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, Lewiston State Bank, Franklin County Medical Center, My Local Radio, West Motors, Stokes Market True Value, S&T Electric, Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, Idaho Salvage, Ron Keller Tire, Valley Implement, and Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Now stay tuned for the postgame show. Coming right up.
As the seasons change, it's a good time to take a close look at your car and truck tires. Check the tread and look for signs of uneven wear. If you have a question, stop by Ron Keller Tire and have one of the tire experts take a look. If you need new tires to get you safely through, they'll help you select the right tires for your vehicle and driving style. With a huge inventory from several manufacturers, Ron Keller Tire can care for your tire needs at a price that's right. You can trust all your tire needs to Ron Keller Tire in Preston and North Logan.
We're not your ordinary grocery store at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston. We see every customer as a friend and a neighbor. Stokes Market and True Value offers a clean, bright, and modern store with the freshest meats, produce, and bakery. In many ways, we're still old-fashioned. We still bake from scratch, and our bakery items are made in store. You'll never see meat with an ingredient list because our meats are all natural and cut in store. Stop in today. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock. Stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
Welcome into the Preston Indians postgame show after they lose for just the second time this year. The final score from here at the Snake Pit at Century High School, 52-44. The Diamondbacks come up with the win, Ron, in what was a very difficult game from an offensive standpoint, from a foul standpoint.
Yeah.
It's very erratic, really, in all phases of the game.
You start out in the first quarter, I think it was 6-5 for Century.
Yeah.
So it was a low scoring, and the game was a little sloppy, and the refs they were kind of in the game too much a little bit, in my opinion, and that took us out of our game a little. But the reality of it is we had some open looks, and we didn't knock the shots down. We didn't shoot foul shots that good, and you got to look right at ourselves on this one, and you got to give Century credit. They came out, and they had some steals, they forced some turnovers, and they did what they had to do to beat us, and they got a win.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we joked that that Preston was going to have a 20-point quarter, even to get close. They ended up scoring 22 in the quarter.
Yeah, and if you would have told me that, if you just said, okay, we're going to score 22 in the fourth quarter, I would have said we probably would have won.
Yeah.
But didn't work out that way. And, you know, a loss like this sometimes it's funny how it can sometimes affect your psyche for the positive. You get the winning streak out of the way. You don't have to worry about that anymore.
Right.
Now you can regroup, go play ball. And I look for us to come out against Minico and be hungry and be ready to get another win in conference that we desperately need.
That will be a difficult game because that's going to be walking into a very hostile environment.
Yeah.
And I was there just last week for the first time.
Yeah.
And that's a little bandbox. It's smaller than here at the Snake
It's
Pit.
like playing in the old boys gym at Preston. It's just an old gym.
with an upper deck and people are right on top of you, and it's going to be loud, it's going to be raucous, and it's going to be a difficult assignment.
It'll be fun, but I think Preston's going to be hungry. I think this loss is going to teach them a few things. You know, it got out to a bad start with Cooper picking up 2 fouls in the first minute.
And Ty as well.
And that got us completely out of our rotation, out of our sync. And, it happened. We need to regroup. We need to look at the positives from the game and go on to the next one. Because all said, 16-2 is a pretty darn good record.
Yeah, exactly. Preston, maybe they finished just slightly below 500 for the night from the free throw line, where they go 11 for 23.
Yeah, and that's not where we need to be. We need to be a lot higher than that, and that's just the game. Sometimes that happens. I thought Garrett Ward came in and did a really good job, not only defensively, but he knocked down some threes when we needed him to, and filled that void with Cooper being out. And he did a good job. I thought that we handled their pressure pretty good. We did have some turnovers in the last minute that really hurt, or the last couple of minutes when we were starting to kind of come back to hurt us.
The record will show that the last minute and a half of the game, when Preston really started to make some bombs, just desperation shots, the score will be closer than what really the game was.
Yeah, it wasn't that close of a game. That's true.
So Century wins it by the score of 52-44. We'll come back and look at the stat sheet after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Health West is a nationally recognized community health center that provides patient-centered health care for everyone. From newborn to complicated care, Health West is always accepting new patients in Medicaid, Medicare, insured, and even if you don't have insurance. Available in 8 locations throughout Southeast Idaho. Call 208-852-3200 for an appointment in Preston. Health West, empowering our patients and communities by providing quality, affordable health care.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Look at the stats tonight, brought to you by Stokes Market. Stokes Market in True Value is not an ordinary grocery store in Preston. They see every customer as a friend and a neighbor. Stokes Market in True Value offers a clean, bright, and modern store with fresh meats, produce, and bakery items. Stop by today at 217 South State Street in Preston. First for the victorious Century Diamondbacks, Deshaun Harwell finished the game with 5 points. Hudson Williams had 2. Cody Smoot had 10. And it was Anthony Guntner who finished the game with 11. Carson Zink was held to just 5. Max Rogers had a team-high 14, and Titan Fleshman finished the game with 4. In the game tonight, Century was 8 of 15 from the free throw line. For Preston, Ty Hyde held well below his average, had just 3 points in the game tonight. In fact, over the last 7 games, he had averaged 18.5 points per game, but held to just 3. Cooper Hobson with a team-high 15, thanks to some threes late. Scott Dunn had 2 points in the game. Luke Smaley finished the game with 9. Garrett Ward had 13. Tyler Parker had 2 as Preston goes down in defeat 52-44. Another timeout. We'll come back, get some final thoughts from Ron Smaley. We'll take you see what's on tap for both the boys and girls Indians teams. We'll do that right after this timeout on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Since 1958, when the farmers of Franklin County rolled equipment into the fields for harvest, most of them were rolling on Ron Keller tires, because Keller Tire has the right tires for tractors, combines, swathers, bale wagons, and the trucks that haul hay and grain to market or storage facilities. To keep that equipment rolling during the busy harvest season, Ron Keller Tire also has a fleet of service trucks that make repairs in-field to minimize downtime. Best wishes for a safe and productive harvest from Ron Keller Tires in Preston and North Logan.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that 20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Welcome back here on the Postgame Show. Dan Hubbard and Ron Smaley wrapping things up from here at Century tonight from the Snake Pit. Well, you don't get to say it often, but somehow Preston ends up losing tonight as their 13-game winning streak comes to an end. I'm curious what your final thoughts are.
Well, there's not going to be many games when Ty Hyde and Scott Dunn combine for 5 points, and so that's not going to happen that often. And so I like for them to bounce back. But with that, Preston's got to do a better job at getting some more scoring inside for Ty. Of course, he missed some foul shots tonight. And Century did a good job and doubled him up and tripled him and kind of clogged it up. And Dunn will start making those shots a little bit. But Preston's going to be fine. I mean, we don't lose very often, so when we lose, it's like, oh, we lost.
Right.
And we'll be okay. We'll strap it back up. We'll come out. I look for us to come out strong against Minico. I think a loss sometimes propels you to kind of want to be hungry to win a little bit more, and I look for a good game against Minico. It is going to be interesting in the district standings and how the seeding works for the district tournament, and it's going to be a dogfight. You've got basically really 4 teams fighting for 3 spots.
Right.
Now, there could be a dark horse. There could be another team come out and get a spot to state, but it's going to be interesting, Dan. Real interesting.
You made the point that to beat that packed-in defense inside against Ty comes through ball movement, and that's something that they're going to have to work
Preston didn't rotate the ball tonight like they normally do. That ball needs to swing around and get the defense rotating, and then you're going to have a little better look, and the defense will rotate. Then you can get the ball into Ty, and he's got a single guy on him. He can just turn around and make a layup instead of right at the first throwing it into him. And that's just ball rotation, and the coaches will work on that. That would be something that would really help.
Nice to have you with us tonight. We'll see you Wednesday.
Yeah, thanks. Drive safe.
So what's up next for the Preston Indians, you ask? Well, first, coming up next Thursday, it'll be first for the girls. They'll play the opening round of the district tournament as they will host Jerome at Preston Gym next Thursday night. Game time is at 7, a half an hour earlier. You can catch that game on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. Our next broadcast, we were just talking about it, comes up next Wednesday night as the boys will be headed to Minico in this important stretch of games for the boys team. They'll head to Minico and again face the Spartans. It's coming off that hard top 4 overtime game classic against Minico back at our place a couple of weeks ago. The last time that those two teams got together. Our pregame show on Wednesday is at 7:10. Tip-off is at 7:30, and you can catch that game exclusively on mylocalradio.com. So that'll wrap up our broadcast from here at the Snake Pit here tonight Want to thank everybody involved tonight. Executive Director of Preston Broadcasting Sports is Val Cook. Our studio coordinator back in Preston has been John Beverly. And special thanks to Zach Fuller for running the camera tonight for us on the video feed as well. So until next time, for Ron Smaley, I'm Dan Hubbard, thanking you for joining us tonight. And remind you of the final score as Century beats Preston and snaps their 13-game winning streak by the final score of 52-44. Until next time, good night, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.